Hey y'all, I wanted to talk about my compost tumbler. As you can see, it's a simple 55-gallon drum. My husband built the frame out of some wood, unistrut. You can use wood for the legs too. We actually ran out of wood and he had that laying around. And then to turn it, he just used the office chair wheels. But as we open it up, I wanted to also share some of my tips that I have learned since I've only been composting since last summer. Number one is it's best to fill this all the way up before you start really trying to turn it, and try to fill it up over like a month period. I learned last year, as I was putting just a little bit at a time, it got very discouraging because I wasn't seeing anything being done. Well, it turns out, you only add like a cupful a week, it's going to compost down faster, it's going to break down faster, you're not going to get much. So if you get all this will all break down. Number two is I had a problem because I don't have any trees in my yard. The trees are on the other side of my neighbor's drive over there. And then, I don't know if you can tell where that taller grass ends. So the trees are still in my neighbor's yard. And then over there. So I learned, as I got on YouTube, I learned about composting paper, napkins, paper towel rolls, junk mail, corrugated cardboard. So that has really helped my browns a lot, since I can only get like a bucket or two whenever I ask my neighbors whenever they're there. I have learned that the ink in like newspaper and junk mail and stuff is not toxic. That being said, you should not use the glossy pages. They're just not good. They're, it's got like a plastic coating on it and stuff. But, so that helped out a lot. And then number two was the drainage holes. We had to drill extra holes in there because it wasn't getting drained properly. Now I watered it about every time I add something in, and it's still moist. And like I said, we had 37 degrees last night, and it's warm on the inside. So it's going to be composting soon. But I do want to fill it up some more, then I can, just gather it. Last year I got a empty 50-pound rabbit food sack full, and like I said, I only added a little bit at a time. So also adding a little bit at a time you can't produce your heat as much. So that's basically the only things. Oh, there was one more thing. We do not have a divider. There's normally in these composters, about halfway through there will be a bar, and it kind of breaks up as you're flipping it. It kind of breaks it up. We did not do that. And so we had large lumps about the size of my fist, just balls of compost. It didn't bother me. I just broke it up and spread it on our garden at our land, which I'll show in videos later on as we were starting from ground up, building up our farm. So we're actually carrying compost up there and stuff up there to try to get our gardens ready and stuff. But other than that, if you're just going to have like, a container garden or just a really small garden bed, I would think these composters really work. I wouldn't necessarily put grass seeds and stuff in there for them. For the simple fact is, I don't know exactly if it gets hot enough to actually kill the seeds. But I just wanted to share, like I said, my first video, a little bit nervous. And my next video, excuse my yard, my kids don't pick up after themselves. But my next video will either be on our worm bin, which makes the vermicompost for us, or how I have my rabbits on the ground. So be looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll have a video next weekend as well on our land, just showing an overview of it. So if y'all are still watching, thank you. Really appreciate it. Leave a comment. Bye.